That is blurry. Give me 1 second. Hello, friends. Just in my garage training, and I had some people request, said, why don't you just ever, I used to do this on TikTok. I would go live, and in between sets, I would answer questions. So I'm going to work out a little, do my thing, and then in between what I'm doing, maybe come answer some questions. What's up, Scott? Unfortunately, this being on just turned off my music, so I'm going to work out in silence. Be back in a minute. The only problem with this is I'm probably be out of breath answering questions. Good morning. Tyler Moore looks like a new comedian. I don't know him. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence is definitely that girl for sure. I need to maybe do something I'm going to be less out of breath. Otherwise, answering questions is going to be tough. And yeah, I love handstand walking. I do it quite often. I used to do a ton of CrossFit. So yeah, I couldn't handstand walk till I was like 35. You know, it's not something I've been doing my whole life. So once I figured out how to do it, it's just so fun to be upside down. I do not take peptides, but I do take creatine. Creatine's the only thing I take. The only other thing I'll take is vitamin D, but I don't really need to living in Florida anymore. So, but just try to get all my stuff, all my nutrients through real foods. No, the sacrifice stuff is all nonsense, guys. You know, like Michael Jordan didn't sacrifice his father. LeBron's not sacrificing people. That's all just a distraction. Now they do make their kids invert and things like that, but the other stuff is a distraction. Yeah, the peptides are a big thing lately, and I don't know what I think of them. I don't know. Injecting yourself with stuff, that's not my bag. I don't know if I'll make the Jennifer Lawrence video. I've seen other people make those comparisons, so I don't, I like to do things that I'm the first to figure out. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Hey, for a treat. I was hoping you would see this. This is inspired by you, my friend. I was out here working out, and I figured, why not? Thank you for the awesome super chat. The lighting's not good. I'm gonna be out of breath. I think next time I just need to plan this better and do something I'll be a little less out of breath with. So for people who care, I'm doing one clean at 225 pounds, and then my sandbag's 150 pounds, and then just doing 25 feet of handstand walking. Yeah, the earth is definitely flat. No, I am not in the FBI. Yes, I'm an FBI agent that secretly hid out as a high school PE teacher for 20 years, just biding my time. No, I'm just a retired PE teacher who's been given a gift of facial recognition and connecting dots and exposing evil. It is a hot day in Florida today. Yeah, you can email me at fittestflatearther@yahoo.com. Not everyone at once, because I won't respond if there's a million emails I all of a sudden get, but I'm usually decent at responding to emails. Yeah, PE teacher is a front, except that you can research me being a PE teacher at Grays Lake North High School for 20 years. Grand Theft Auto will be set in Florida. I think, is that what you're talking about, GTA? Yeah, we're not spinning, for sure not spinning, for sure not curving, and definitely enclosed. Hey, from Singapore, that's awesome. Did he hear you say the earth is flat? Who's he? I've seen the Larry Bird from Tool. I've looked into that a little and I wasn't so sure. How do we know? My name is Tyler Hansen. I taught at Grays Lake North High School in Illinois for 20 years. All you got to do is be good at research. You can probably find my salary. I was there from 2007 till 2023. And then I also taught 3 years at Lake Forest High School. So there's 20 years of PE teaching. All right, time for another set. My neighbors think I'm funny. I'm the guy walking on my hands all the time. They think I'm funny for that. They don't even know I'm a flat earther or exposed. Well, my next door neighbor does. Hey, Palatine, cool. I went to many track meets at Palatine High School. Palatine relays. See, how would I know about the Palatine relays if I was a Fed? So, Viper, I do think most of these fallen angels are in the city of Los Angeles. Yeah. I think that's why it's called the Los Angeles, because it's the Los Angeles city, and most of them are there. And the United States is Babylon. You know, it's Mystery Babylon, but they're all over. You know, they're all the countries are the fallen angels countries. You know, like there's 200 countries because there's 200 watchers. So they're everywhere. I found them in other places. They just mostly are in the United States. And, you know, like most of the world's focus is on the United States, and that's why. Yeah, a lot of the musicians, Mick Jagger, who is Lucifer, by the way, just like Angus Young is Lucifer. Go watch my videos on that if you haven't. What made me first question the Earth and the globe model? I learned that the stars, literally, God tapped me on the shoulder and made me check out the stars, showed me things I couldn't explain in the stars based on the heliocentric model. And once you know the stars aren't what you're told, it just opens your mind to anything and everything. It's hard to understand what creatine is derived from. That's a good thing. Like, you know, for a long time, they say you get creatine from, you know, raw meat, raw steak and beef, and you can get it from eggs. But I've seen some things lately that it's all just like, you know, chemically engineered. So That's not good. I've been taking creatine a long time, and I always thought I was just putting natural stuff in my body because it says only 100% creatine monohydrate. But yeah, there's some things I need to start looking into more with that. KJ, thank you. I'm about to go do another handstand in a second here. I just want to make sure I get these super chats, guys, and thank you. Oh yeah, I saw that one. All right, I caught my breath, so I will be back. Sorry if this isn't super enjoyable, but I just figured, based on my buddy Kaysen's recommendation, I'll be back. I wish I had music on. My phone is my music, and it won't play with the live going. I bet a lot of you thought the Fittest Flat Earther was just a funny name, huh? What's going on, Fear Elohim? Antitrist? Do you think oil is the blood of the earth? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a natural substance. You know, it's not from fossilized dinosaurs. Although, I do think it could be dragon remains. You know, like I've done videos on how volcanoes are all former dragons, and the inside of them, all their acidic, you know, dragons could breathe fire for sure. And all those acidic remains, kind of like if a cow dies, you know, all that stuff can literally start to mix and combust in like cows and whales. They'll blow up. And that's what all a volcano is. It's a petrified dragon with its acidic remains still active volcano. So I don't know, that oil could just be part of the dragon remains as well. Utah and Colorado will become the new capital after the apocalypse. Okay. Do I think these celebrities and fallen angels are actually getting addicted to drugs, alcohol? No, I think it's all an act. A year and a half ago, I told my buddy Josh, I was like, I think all the addictions, like Robert Downey Jr. addicted to coke and getting arrested, it's all fake. It's all fake. So it normalizes them and humanizes them when they're not normal and they're not human. But that's my opinion of what it is. I can't prove that stuff, but no, I don't think they're getting drunk. I don't think they're doing drugs. They're definitely not getting arrested. It's all just for show. On the Christian McCaffrey card, it says home run. Awesome. Yeah. Did you see Christian McCaffrey? Sorry, my timer's going off. Christian McCaffrey, like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, posted Mickey Mantle in his story. I've got a good screenshot of it. So, Diane, thanks for joining the membership. I appreciate it. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words. All right, guys, back to another set. Sorry if that's loud and annoying. Street Coop, thank you, my friend. Super kind of you. Much appreciation. Hey, Katie. Yeah, give me a sec to just catch my breath. So I can't explain to you exactly what the eclipse is. I can't. But I can tell you for sure, when the sun's being covered, it's not the moon covering it. Something else is going on. You know, the sun that we see isn't an actual object. The sun, the source of the sun is way up in the firmament. And I've seen it through different layers of the firmament. When there is an eclipse, since the sun isn't as bright, you can literally see the layers. And it's why they spray so much during the eclipse, because they don't want you seeing anomalies that would key you in. But I think there are other celestial bodies that they don't tell us about. There's, you know, like the Masonic thing. The Masons talk about the black hole sun all the time. I think there's other celestial objects up there that we can't see with the light spectrum that humans can see with or see in. So I don't know, but just because you can't explain everything in a model doesn't mean it's not true. You know, they give us all the answers on the globe, but you can disprove all of them. They're all nonsense. It's okay not knowing. I don't think we're meant to know everything. Can I hear the birds without music? Yeah, I do hear the birds. It's lovely. Can you hear the birds? Yeah, the black hole sun. I don't know Marcus Baker and Ellen Page, my friends, so I apologize. Yeah, reptilians, aliens don't exist. Reptilians don't either the way they want, like the way David Icke wants people to believe reptilians exist. Fallen angels, I think, are seraphim angels. They're called the fiery ones. I think they're serpent angels. So that's what these reptilians are coming from. There's no underground reptilians. There's no alien reptilians. They're the fallen angels. I think if they're not appearing in their natural form, they would look very much seraphim, angel, reptilian-like. Have you found any foreign celebrities double rollers? Yeah, I just can't think of, you know, like the president of Argentina is Javier Milei is being played by Jason Bateman and his wife. Javier Milei's girlfriend is Jason Bateman's wife, and he's Jason Bateman. What do I think they're really hiding in Antarctica? The firmament. They don't want us near the firmament. If we saw that the firmament came down and connected to the, you know, to the ice wall or beyond the ice wall, we'd be like, where are we? What is this solid barrier that we can't go through? Do I think J.D. Vance is President Grant? No. I've done several videos on Ulysses S. Grant is Bryan Cranston, Walter White, Phil Hartman. Just the video I did today, I showed Ulysses S. Grant is Walter White from Breaking Bad. I've done it before, but I did I showed who Jesse Pinkman is. Jesse Pinkman was Werner Heisenberg. But thank you for the super chat, my friend. In 536 AD, the sun vanished for 18 months. Yeah, I've seen that for sure. All right, guys, I'm gonna do one more set and then maybe call it a day. I've been out here a while. Well, it's more than 200, yes. The watchers, though, are 200, and they're the ones that took the wives, and they're the ones I think I'm exposing because they all always have the same wife. Always have the same wife. Today, I literally did Jesse Pinkman, who is Aaron Paul, and Werner Heisenberg, and they have the same wife. Clear as day, same wife. Let's see. Let's Sorry, had to get rid of someone. All right, be right back. Last set here. What are my thoughts on parasites being reported in rain and snow? Do you take supplements? I don't. I don't take. I don't take any supplements for parasites. Parasites can't live in a non-metallic, non-toxic environment. They will not survive unless they have metals to eat in your body. So if you're just not eating things that are going to have lots of metals, if you're eating whole natural food, if you're drinking good, either distilled, purified, or reverse osmosis water, parasites can't survive. And especially how much I work out, like I think my body is incinerating them because I'm just like raising my body temperature all the time and continuing to flush stuff out. So I don't take anything. I do pray over it. You know, I do pray over my food. I do pray over removing parasites and things like that, but I'm not a big believer in taking much. I just try to eat as good of healthy nutrition, whole foods I can. Thank you for the super chat though, Lakshmi. And guys, I'm not a big believer that, yes, they are spraying our skies for sure, but I'm not a big believer that they're putting all sorts of nasty stuff in there. I think it's much more fear. They're making us think they are, so us awakened souls manifest that stuff. And also I think they're doing it to block out anomalies in the sky, because there's anomalies that happen in the sky all the time that if we saw, it would wake us up to, well, not us, because a lot of us are awake, but it would wake a lot of the masses up to, why am I seeing a second sun in the sky, things like that. And it's not a second sun, you're just seeing, like I said, the reflection of the sun in the firmament, because the sun we see isn't the actual sun, it's just the projection of it on the firmament. There aren't any famous people in Los Angeles. I don't even know what that means. Tons of famous people there. But they're not, you're right, there aren't people though. Tons of famous fallen angels. Let's see, what else? Sun Chu, thank you, my friend. I appreciate the kindness there. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see. I don't know enough about, guys, someone's asking about the UFC stuff. All I know is Bryce Mitchell is a phony, fake Christian, total lying part of the club, Lucifer's minion. He is. But my wife just got home, so I'm going to say hello to her and hop on off of this. Mystic, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Keep following along. You guys have a lovely, lovely day.